everybody. Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing today? I'm Rhonda, and thank you for watching A Taste of Country. Now for supper, I'm going to be doing a Mexican dish. I don't know if it's a specific recipe, but I'm going to throw it together. I've seen several people make this, but I didn't really write the recipe down. I'm just going to use my culinary skills, y'all. Oh, me. So, I've got about a 9 by 13 glass casserole dish that I sprayed with some canola oil. And I took these burrito-sized tortillas and I just kind of lined them to where they overlap in each other, you know, so we can have a nice bottom. And we got all that done. Now, this is the 10, let's see. It's an 8 count. The Mission flour tortillas, and like I said, they're the burrito size, and I expect they're about 10 inches, I would think. I don't know, I think it is. That's what it looks like. 8 to 10 inches. And I have some refried beans that I put in this pot on and reheat out of a can, and I add a little bit of water because they looked awful dry. They needed to, you know, loosen up, and I need to add a little bit more water to that. Because I want it to, you know, I want to be able to spread it. Okay. And I've got this pound of ground beef here that I'm definitely going to have to drain or dab with a paper towel. And we're going to put this thing together. Now, I've seen a couple of people make something like this. I did not write a recipe down. I'm just kind of going to go with my heart or my culinary skills. Get this all cooked up, and then we'll put the seasoning in it. I don't want to put it in there when it's got all that grease in it. And I want to say hey to Paula. Hey, Paula. Say hey to my sister. Hey, Sissy. And Helen is several. Josie. Colleen. Mike. Hey, Mike. How you doing, Mike? There's so many. Thank y'all so much for being such wonderful subscribers. And look, if y'all would share with your family and friends, it would help me be able to keep my channel going, because I really want to reach 1,000. I got 774, I think that's what it is. I think last week I was getting subscribers, I mean, quickly, and I think the algorithm kind of put a halt on it. I think that's what they do. I do. So if y'all would share it and share it on your Facebook, anything like that, it would help me. Now, what I would like to try to do is take some cheese, if I can get it open. Y'all, you know how I've seen some people having a hard time getting cream cheese, the Great Value brand, getting it out? Well, they've changed the packaging where I got mine. Now, I don't know how old your cream cheese is, but I bought some new. And when you go to pull it apart, it doesn't stick like it used to. The paper feels different. Let me see. I think this is a new one. Let me see. My hands are just pitiful. Yeah, it feels like the Philadelphia, and then when you pull it apart, it doesn't stick anymore. So that's good. Thank you, Walmart. Okay, what I want to do is take some cheese and put in the bottom so it will kind of not get soggy like, you know, kind of hold the hamburger in place and, you know, kind of protect this part, the bottom part. You know what I mean. Keeps it from getting soggy, I would think. So is it pretty where you guys are at? Or is it snowing? I hope it's not. Beautiful here. Now I'm taking a paper towel. I notice a lot of people do this now, which is a good thing to do. You don't have to drain it. And just, you know, dab it and get all your grease out. And there you go. All right, now I'm gonna put my taco seasoning in here and just a little bit of water. I'm gonna put a little bit in my beans, just a dab, not much, just about a half of a teaspoon. See my beans, they're kind of spreadable now. I just added a little bit of taco seasoning, just about a half a teaspoon, and some water. I am going to cook this on 350 degrees. So I'm preheating my oven. All right, let's see if we can't throw this thing together. Okay. Now I diced up some onions very fine, small as I could. And I used my knife. And then I cut up some tomatoes. Now you don't have to put yours together like I do, but I'm gonna put some beans down, just some dollops of bean. If you don't like beans, you don't have to put your beans in there. But I like refried beans. And if you don't have a can of refried beans and you have a can of pintos, just open them up and put them in a pot and mash them and heat them up. That's all you have to do. If you like black beans, that'll go great with it. I thought about it, but I don't have any, I don't think. I didn't see any. I think all I have is kidney beans and a few cans of pintos. And I'm not going to waste any of this. I'm going to get it all out. Just going to spread that around best I can. Now I want to put some meat, all of my meat on there. And you know what else would be good? You could use chicken. I used to make tacos with ground turkey. And I think it's good. Sometimes I've made it, well, in the past I've made it for people and didn't tell them it was ground turkey and they never knew it. Until I told them, hey, that's ground turkey. And they couldn't believe it. All right, got that. I'm gonna kind of press that down. Okay. I gotta hang on to my spoon. And then I'm going to take, and you can put this together any way you want to. There's no specific way, you know, to put it on. Put it together. Stir up my sour cream here. We're gonna put a few dollops of daisy. I love sour cream. And I'm dipping it in here because I'm just gonna take all that I've got in this container, so I'm not worried about that. Because I'm gonna be throwing it away after I get all of it out. And you know, this would feed a right good sized family. You can throw this together when you get off work. Okay, got that. Now I'm gonna toss in some onion. And you can saute these onions beforehand if you don't want the raw onion flavor. But that's why I cut them up very small, so they would cook a little bit. Okay. And now I have a few tomatoes. Somebody's shooting again. They have a target, a shooting range over in this area. And I'm trying to leave the juice of the tomatoes in the bowl. Now, if you wanted to put jalapenos in this, you could do that. You could put anything you want in this little casserole here. Anything. And this is just one Roma tomato. Just one. And I'm gonna add a little bit more cheese. You can use queso cheese if you want. Any kind of Mexican cheese. You could use, shoot, what's the name of it? You could put cilantro on it if you wanted to. You could put chorizo. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of sauce. I don't wanna use too much sauce. And just put that on there like that. And you can put more on that. And I do want to add just a little bit of pepper. And I think your battery's dead, isn't it? Why are these things working today? Huh. Well, the batteries must be dead in it. Huh. And I'm going to spray these shells just a little bit with some olive oil. And I'm going to fold this over. Like so. Press it down. And I just spray a little olive oil on it. Now what I want to do is cover it up with a little bit of aluminum foil to start with for about 10 minutes. And then I'll take it off and let it brown the top. So like I said, 350. Not sure how long it's going to take. I'm going to give it 20 minutes. While that is cooking, I'm going to throw together a dessert. I've never tried this. Now, I did fix the Oreo brownie mix a few days ago, and that was great. Great! So, in your bowl, you pour your mix. You got to preheat your oven to 325. I'm using an 8x8 sprayed. And I want to add some chocolate chips also. That's up to you. And that's probably a fourth of a cup of chocolate chips. Stir that around. And you got to have 3 tablespoons of water. I think that's what it said. Let me double check. 3 tablespoons of water. That's 1. That's 2. And 3. And then you need 1/3 of a cup of oil. 1/3 of a cup of oil. And I'm using canola oil. You want to use a oil that doesn't have any flavor to it. And I'm going to use a little bit of vanilla flavoring also. Some paste. A little something, something. And I'm going to mix this up. And I'm thinking that I'm going to put a peanut butter icing on top. With just peanut butter and confectionery sugar. And I'm going to pour this in the bowl and wait for my casserole to come out. And then I'm going to put this in there. Let me get a spatula. Yeah, the Oreo, it was really good. And if y'all like the Oreo flavor, you would really like black cocoa powder. And you can order that from Amazon. I've made cakes with that black cocoa powder. I really like it. I need to get me some more. I need to get me some more Dutch processed regular cocoa powder. Because it's really good cocoa powder. Oh my God, scare me. All right. And when it gets done, if I have time, I think I can, I'm going to put some icing on it. think my casserole is ready. Now it says in an 8x8, bake this for 36 minutes. I'm not going to bake it that long simply because I want it to be kind of gooey. Now I have about a half a cup of peanut butter here and about 4 tablespoons of butter. And I'm gonna get this mixed up. Now you can get out your mixer. This is room temperature butter. And I just want to mix this up really good. And it don't bother me if there's some little pieces of butter in there, because I want to put it in while it's, you know, warm. You can wait till it cools. And I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla. So it's taken a little while for my casserole to get bubbly. So it's been in there a good 40 minutes. And then I'm just going to add some powdered sugar. You might have to add a little bit of milk, and that's fine. Or whipping cream. I've got a little bit of 2% milk here. And that's about it. Now you can mix it up with your mixer, and I may have to get it out and do that. And that's about the way you want it. And there you go. Ah, there's like a Reese's peanut butter cup. Yep. What it tastes like. And this is Jif peanut butter. Any kind will do. And that's just enough icing to put on there. And I'm just gonna let it sit out until I cook them. Because if you put it in the refrigerator, it's gonna get really hard. So that was a cup of peanut butter, about a half a cup of peanut butter, I'm sorry. About 1 cup to 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, and about 3 to 4 tablespoons of soft butter, and a little bit of vanilla extract. And I didn't put any salt in it because the peanut butter has salt in it. Now I'm gonna heat up a few of these chips because it brings out flavor. Not a lot, just a few. Stick them in the oven for 5 or so minutes just to get them heated up. You wouldn't believe the flavor that it creates. So as I have mentioned before, my oven is wonky. So I had to raise the temperature to 375. Now depending on your oven, I don't know, you'd have to play with it between 350 and 375 with this casserole. Put the foil back on top of it so it wouldn't burn. I wanted it to be kind of bubbly, you know, make sure the inside is heated all the way through. This icing is so good. It tastes just like a Reese's peanut butter cup. I'm gonna cover it up. I could eat it just like that. Here it is. You can see it's bubbling a little bit in there. I want to let it sit for just a couple of minutes, you know, let it simmer down, and then I'll cut it. And you want a sharp knife to cut it. Sharp. A dull knife is dangerous. More dangerous than a sharp knife, believe it or not. Now I've got to preheat my oven to 325. Yep. For the dessert. For the dessert. Okay. Now, let me see if I can't get this cut. All right, y'all. I hope you make this. All right, let me stick my brownies in there. I'm gonna do 20 minutes for right now to start off with. Probably 22, 23 minutes to start off with. Okay. Now, it's crispy. You gotta press it hard to get that bottom crust. It smells wonderful. I hope it tastes as good as it smells. Now that's good. I guess a pizza cutter would do just as good too. Let me see. Daggone it. Yeah, that works better, y'all. Do a pizza cutter. That's better. That's better. Paper towel and sit that on it. Okay, let's try it now. Look at that. Oh boy, it's gonna be good. Put a dollop of daisy up on here. You can put more cheese if you want to. There we go. I'm gonna give him some chips fresh out of the oven. And there we go. Looks good, don't it? Alrighty. Do you want it to top it with lettuce, cilantro, which I'm not a big cilantro fan. I'm sorry. I don't mind a little bit, but a lot of it to me tastes like dish detergent smells. It does. I can't help it. That's just the way I smell it. That's what, and it tastes like that. I'm gonna give him some chips fresh out of the oven. And there we go. Looks good, don't it? Alrighty. Do you want it to top it with lettuce, cilantro, which I'm not a big cilantro fan. I'm sorry. I don't mind a little bit. You can top this with lettuce, tomato, whatever cilantro. I'm just not a big cilantro fan because I think it tastes like soap. A lot of it does. So there we go. Don't that look yummy? I'm gonna get a few chips. And I do not want any taco sauce. So there we go. And let's give it a taste. Y'all, it's hot, but it is delicious. Ooh, that is good. It tastes just like a burrito, but it's hot. I love it. I will put the recipe in the description box, but you've got to try it. And if you do try it, try to get the big burritos. Make sure on the packet it says burritos, not tacos. Okay, and I'll be back when my brownies get done. I love y'all. Please subscribe and hit that like button. If you don't subscribe, just please hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. I will answer you back. And y'all mail me a recipe. I got my post office box. Y'all send me a recipe, please. Okay? I'll see you in a bit. Now this casserole, it will get crispy on the bottom. Now if you don't want it real crispy, then I wouldn't cook it as long. But it was delicious. Okay, I cooked it 30 minutes. And it's still a little gooey because that's the way I like it. And when it cools off just a little bit, I'm gonna put the icing on it. And I'll be back. Hey. So it's been about, I don't know, 45 minutes or so. And I'm gonna put my icing on my brownies. And you probably have to use your hands. They're clean, I just washed them. Alrighty. I done got sleepy. It's 8:30, y'all. Okay, we got it. Okay. Now let's try a little bitty piece. Just a little bitty piece. Now remember, I put chocolate chips in it also. Here we go. Mmm. Mmm. It's so good. Mmm. That icing makes it. Mmm. Mmm. It is smooth and creamy. Mmm. Mmm. Y'all gotta make this. Mmm. Oh. Mmm. 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 Y'all need to make this. See it? Mmm. Delicious. Thank y'all for watching.